Welcome back, friends. Eternal Dragon here, and we have got our very first build for Tiny Tina's Wonderlands Redux. If you have not been playing this mod, you gotta try it. It is fantastic. And for all of you out there who are not on PC and who can't play the mod, I'm sorry. But it's so much fun. I got to at least play it for a little bit. So next few builds are probably all gonna be Redux ones, but don't worry, we'll get some more vanilla ones coming your way soon too. So check this out, and we'll see you after the demo.
This I swear, you will fall this day. Freeze up.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I never let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone. It's so cold outside. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way. Even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone. It's so cold outside.
So that was pretty awesome, eh? I am absolutely enjoying this mod. So let's go over the build here, and you guys can see what we are up to. That's right, you see them. Pearlescent on the build. So here's our standard. You know, the Nightshade, we all know it, we all love it. We got an 82 times 4, and we will be using this one to get our spells back with our Spellshot capstone. The gun itself does fantastic damage as well, but it is just the absolute best thing that we have on the build to trigger Sever the Thread. Anytime you need to get your spells back immediately, swap on over to the Nightshade, score a couple crits, and boom, guaranteed you'll have your spell slots right back. So that's why it's there. Like I said, it also does great damage, and you can use it also with our Cape of Tides. You see right there, so you do extra damage with it, and it's super easy to get those crits again and get the soak. Good stuff overall to use this thing here. Now, in this game, in this mod for the game, enchantments don't mean as much for damage, so we're going to go over those after. But we're just going to go over the gear first because there's no overall synergy for the enchantments overall right now, but that's okay. Maybe they'll add it in later. So the next weapon that we have up is the Hailing Winter's Edge. This thing is almost like a homing flacker in ice. You saw it getting used during the demo. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. Super fun. Freezes enemies really quick and then shatters the heck out of them. See the special ability fires a 3-round burst of core-shattering nitrogen projectiles that explode on impact. And its dedicated source from Freezicles. Oh my goodness. In the mod, they put the dedicated source on each of the weapons, so if it has one, now you know just by looking at an item. Of course, the Nightshade was actually just farmed from an enemy. You can also vendor farm it. Now, in the third slot, we've got a Hailing Last Rites. This is, of course, dedicated source, complete quest, 20,000 years under the sea. So this thing is just a super fun weapon to have. They gave it a little bit of love. It does a bit more damage than before, so I definitely suggest you try it out. And then the Prism, this is brand new to the mod. Again, this one is just on the build for fun. This is nothing that you're going to really be using all the time or anything, but just to have there. It cycles between different types of elements you see in incendiary, corrosive, shock, and hitting the enemy again. Good stuff. It's a pretty cool gun. You should try it out. Now, here we have the Hailing Omega Rush, the second of our Pearlescents for the build. Now, you see this thing also gives landing hits on enemies, grants a stacking bonus to accuracy, melee, and shield regeneration. That is just something that's on all the Pearlescents, so anytime you get a Pearlescent, you start getting those bonuses. Now, this weapon, while grounded, as in not jumping or falling, melee attacks gain tremendous range. Additionally, the blade has incredibly fast attack speed. So basically, if you can see somebody and you're standing on the ground, you attack, and now you're standing right beside them. So it's really, really fun. You can use it to close the gap between yourself and any enemy very quickly. And a reason you might want to do that is right here in Nimble Fingers. We will be increasing our spell damage for 8 seconds when we deal melee damage. So our fire rate and spell damage going up here with Nimble Fingers. So having a weapon that you can just look at an enemy, fast dash across the level, hit them, and get that bonus, absolutely fantastic. It's in Dark Magic as well. One of my favorite elements. Now moving down into the rings, we have a Mood Ring, dropped from Deckhands the Helmsman. And we have a Promise Ring, dropped from Firelord Cinder. Both of these will be active at almost all times. This one when ward not full, well, we're looking to have our ward broken with this build, so that'll be easy enough to do. And this one when action skill ready. Well, in general, we'd be using 2 spells. That means we always have our action skill ready. That means, of course, all of these things will be increased by 33% at all times. Now, that only applies to the things on the bottom, to those bottom modifiers, not to the top spell damage, unfortunately. Over here, we now have the Goading Agony in this slot, replacing the Cursed Wit. This thing is crazy, the third pearl on the build. This one dropped from Vesper the Ringmaster. Again, it has that Pearlescent bonus, but the special ability, while not depleted, you are bloodthirsty. You lose 15% max HP, but you get increasing dark magic efficiency up by 35%. But if you get the shield broken, that's what we're really looking for. You lose another 15% max HP, but overall, all damage increased by 65%. Now, that is better than the bonus you're normally getting with the Cursed Wit. Most people don't use the Cursed Wit up the nose of the thing you're fighting, because that's where you get the best bonus from the Cursed Wit, when you're basically right up against what you're fighting. So this one giving you that bonus at any distance, 65% all damage, pretty friggin' sweet. We have a Cape of Tides as our armor. This one with 3 to double nod, and movement speed, all damage, spell damage, pretty much an ideal armor for a Spell Stabbo class. And then we have 2 Trickster's Ice Spikes. These things are fantastic. We've got the simple cast Fire and Forget. You just go boom. They shoot around. They do all sorts of damage. They kill enemies like crazy. That's for your mobbing. And then when you want to go hardcore, when you want to hit those bosses double hard, you switch over again to, just like last time on the last variant of this build, the Triple Ice Spikes. These things are just crushers. They will melt any boss, no problem. I cannot recommend them enough. Now, we do have some other spells on the build just for fun. We have a couple Iridescent Shock Blasts. These things are a brand new spell to the mod. They're really neat. I suggest you try them out. Just be careful. They look really cool, but you can hit them. And so if you equip 2 of them at the same time, it's actually quite easy to slam these 2 spells into each other. Which, I mean, for up close could be fun. But if you're trying to hit somebody over there, you might want to go back and forth with them. Just be aware. You know? But they actually come with quite a lot of spell charges on them, which is super duper cool. And they're very damaging. Just be careful about that. So other than those 2 spells, let's take a look at the skills. We are a Stabbo Spellshot, Stabbo, and then Spellshot all the way down to the capstone, but we love the Stabbomancer, getting the additional 50% increased critical hit chance over here. And of course, stacking our spell weaving up with the Spellshot. Make sure to try to keep your spell weaving stacks full at all times to maximize your damage with this build. Over here on the Stabbo side, we're going 5 out of 5 into Arsenal, 3 out of 3 in Haste, then 5 out of 5 in Swift Death. Make sure you're moving around as much as possible when you are using your spells. You will definitely notice a damage increase. The quicker you go, the better it'll be. And of course, Haste being maxed out, giving you that increased movement speed. 5 out of 5 here in Arsenal, just to give you that boost in spell damage, 15%. It's much better here in the mod than it is in the normal game, because there's not all these places to get all your different bonuses from. And there are not enchantment bonuses in the same way. So you want to get that. Here we've got Sneak Attack. This has crit damage and it's been changed to also have movement speed on it. So that, of course, helping our damage overall as well. Over here we've got Magic Bullets, 3 out of 3. You want to take that. Then 2 out of 5 Prestidigitation so that you get the higher reload speed. 4 to 5 over in Spell Sniper, giving you that spell critical hit chance pretty high. And then Font of Mana, giving the spell cooldown rate. Over on just warming up, that's giving us the increased fire rate. And then we skip Mage Armor because we want to keep our armor broken at all times. But we do take Glass Cannon so that we can have spell damage increased by 30%. Take High Thread Count here for the 2 additional spell weaving stacks, and then 5 out of 5 with Imbued Weapons so that whenever we cast a spell, we're getting bonus damage. And then the same thing over here in Double Knot, whenever we hit a critical hit with a spell, our gun damage goes up. So you want to be doing that too. Lots of extra damage on your gun. 1 slot, 1 kill, gun damage up per spell weaving stack. So, you know, this is why we're doing so much damage with the guns when we fire. We've got lots of synergy there for that. And then we went down to here, Sever the Thread. We talked about that. Gun critical hits, giving us our spells back. Over here, a new augment for the build. We took this thing, it's Mana Well, regenerate a spell charge for every 5 kills. This really helps out, and you get tons of spells back when you're going through the Chaos Chambers or just doing any general mobbing. It's surprising how much it shows. You will love this augment. It is fantastic. So, back going over the enchantments, just so you can kind of get an idea of what they are here for. This is if you feel like using Polymorph. You can do a bit more damage to the Polymorph target. This is if you feel like using From the Shadows. You can try to enhance your From the Shadows time a little bit with these weapons. It'll work out pretty well for you. They're pretty nice. Now, on reload, gain 15% fire rate. That's just extra fire rate for the build, giving you more damage quicker. Empty out your clip. And then here, Enchanted, next melee hit, create a singularity that deals 879 damage. This is actually really great for crowd control. Because you see, you can just group enemies and then do a lot of damage to them all in one place really quick. Then finally, over here for the spells, we have, after casting a spell, gain 10% increased spell radius for 5 seconds, stacking that 5 times, just to give you a better overall spell radius. I'm not actually sure if this one is working right now. I've not been able to test it successfully to see if it's working. And the same with this one, after getting a gun kill, 15% increased movement speed and 25% increased reload speed. We're moving pretty quick, so it's hard to test if that one's working perfectly right now. But those are the 2 that we're putting on our spells in general, just to give ourselves some better synergy overall with the Stabbomancer stuff, moving faster, and then a better spell radius, so it's harder to miss with the ice spikes. Sometimes you can miss with the ice spikes. Other than that, we have our myth rank. You see, we haven't bumped it up since we hit past 1,000, so unfortunately, I have yet to figure out a way to reset this, but that's where we're at. So friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for checking out the video and the build. The save file will be over on the Discord, and if you want to hang out with me live, I will be playing on Twitch. Until then, check out the mod, EpicNNG, and BlameFrost, and CZ47, And there's one more person, and I'm super guilty of not knowing their name right now. I saw it written once. Guilty. I'll remember your name for the last one and put it down in the description. Friend, thank you so much for this mod. You guys rock. And until the next time, happy gaming.
I come flexing with style and mad skills, like my name was Eternal Dragons, game playing builds. So come get your fill, cause you paying the bill. The conflict's critical, situation real. I'm a pop, I'm let it rock, those mark, old school 360 like an Xbox, make it hot. What you got, gonna give me a ride? I'ma watch my watch as I watch you fly. Slowing down my lyrics for a minute.